All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Monday morning. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, Yeshua the Messiah. Man, guys, it's been a crazy morning in the sense that TradingView has completely erased all my analysis and I'm blindly trading. Just kidding. I'm in a trade based on my analysis that I had before this happened here, guys. But today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be doing some fresh analysis right here. And we are going to be going over some of the key areas that I'm looking at. And hopefully I'll be able to get back some of my levels. But as usual, guys, if we can get 1,250 likes during the stream, we will absolutely be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin. Actually, I shouldn't say that. We'll be giving away $1,000, guys. $1,000. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We'll be live momentarily. All right, y'all. Well, we are live on this beautiful Monday. And yeah, guys, so I'm currently in this little short trade right here. You know, I don't know how much more we can get from it. The way I got into the trade was the chickens drinking water setup. During the VIP live stream this morning, we did see that chickens drinking water setup quite beautifully right here, so I went for it. So this is the trade that I'm currently in from that chickens drinking water that we got this morning. We did have some divergences here on some of these lower term time frames and even on some of these higher term time frames, guys. But we can see right now I am probably going to get stopped out at my entry, which is fine. So unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but the reality of the situation, guys, is that I lost all my TA that I did this morning. So I'm going to basically be doing it again, and I'm just going to stream it because why not? Why not stream it? So, man, what a bummer. I do have to say, just based on, you know, if I'm just going to approach this chart nakedly here and blankly and just take a look, I would say that things do look pretty neutral. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa. 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 Guys, guess what? Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. because I just got all my TA back. Wow. That's beautiful, guys. This is absolutely beautiful. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that that we would have gotten all our TA? But wow. Wow, this is pretty dang cool. Whew, man, Baruch Hashem, huh? Wow. Praise God for that. So yeah, here's the thing, guys. So we did get our TA back, and it looks like we're going to get a bullisher move here. If we can come above these areas here, then I think that we'll probably see higher. But we do have a local golden pocket resistance right here. Money flow curving up on the 1 minute. Okay. All right. Well, this changes things, guys. This does indeed change things. All right. Yeah, okay, so this changes things, guys. This is pretty cool. I like this. I'll take it, guys. I'll take this. All right, so I've been away for a week. I highly recommend that everybody, once in a while, go away for a week. Don't bring your phone. Don't bring your computer. I've done what people call dopamine detox, right? Where basically all the things that are constantly giving us that quick reward, you don't do. So, no, I shouldn't say all the things, right? Because I did enjoy myself on this vacation, but I didn't trade. It's the longest time I've ever gone without trading ever in my life. Awesome. So I come back, and what do I see? I see a massive, this is the 4-hour time frame here. I see a massive, massive dump to the downside, right? A massive dump to the downside because I left right around here on the 13th of August. So we're pumping, and the only trade I had open actually during that time was a long trade. And then over the weekend, we absolutely dumped. And I want to shout out the guys in the VIP Discord, Boyan and K-Pax, who held it down, doing the VIP live streams, doing the updates every single day while I was away, and they did really, really good. I'm very grateful and thankful to have such good traders in the VIP Discord posting the trade setups and all this stuff. Look at this, K-Pax posting the juicy TA, and then we come down and his long trade plays out perfectly right here. Whoop. Pretty dang cool, right? Now, when I came back, the first thing I noticed is that the level that K-Pax gave before I left, we pretty much rejected to the exact dollar from that level. So that's pretty cool. Shout out to K-Pax, shout out to Boyan, shout out to White Phoenix, holding it down in the VIP Discord. And by the way, if you do want to join the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. So we got this pretty big move to the downside. And so I'm just approaching this thinking to myself, okay, we just had a pretty big move to the downside, and we're coming down to an area of support that I think is pretty important, right? If we just look at this area that we're in right now, we can see that this was a resistance, consolidation, support, and now again we're holding this as support. And the question is now, of course, are we going to get a bounce here, or are we going to get more movement to the downside? Now, if we are going to get a bounce, this is an area that I will be looking for a bounce, and the reason is because this is a key area of support. In fact, if we take a look at all the volume that has traded from June 13th-ish until today, we can see that we are coming down to the high volume node of what potentially could be a massive sideways range right here. And the reason why this is so important is because typically what will happen is if the price of an asset comes outside of this area right here, this is known as the value area. This is establishing for us the fair value of an asset, okay? This is giving us overbought and oversold territories, okay? And one of the ways I really like to approach the charts is if I see that the price is overbought or oversold according to this value area right here, and also my indicator market cipher is overbought or oversold according to market cipher B at the same time on the 4-hour time frame, these are where those big range trades are going to happen, where you can pretty much get in at the bottom and short at the top. And these are trade setups that were given in advance in the VIP Discord, guys. The long from right down here at 19.3K, right from this level, we longed it right from here. Boyan gave the short setup from right here. We also did take the long trade to the exact dollar from right down here in the VIP Discord. Because we are aware of these key areas and because we know what we are going to be looking for, on Market Cipher B. So this is the structure in which we are approaching the chart right now. And so if we can hold this level, and I would say actually this is more of a zone right here. If we can hold this zone right here at about 20,800-ish, I would expect more movement to the upside. And here's the thing. We had a very, very fast move to the downside here, which means we could get a very, very fast move to the upside. In fact, if we come over to a TPO chart, we can see that on the way down, we did form a whole bunch of single prints here. Okay, so if we start to come into this area, we come above 22K, it could be a very, very, very fast move to the upside where we had such a massive move to the downside. And so I'm keeping my eyes on this level right now because for me, this is going to be a very key area where I am currently looking for trades, right? Obviously I'm looking for a nice long setup to present itself right here. Now, if we lose this box, then I think it's very possible that we can get a move down to this box right here, okay? We can see, just based on historical price action, that once we establish a fair value for an asset, and once we can have ways to determine overbought or oversold, the moves tend to be very, very fast, right? Look at how the levels are respected. We come from here, we have a very fast move up to this middle area. We have a very fast move back down to here, very fast move back down to the middle area where we consolidate a little, very fast move up to here, fast move down, fast move up, consolidation, fast move down. These levels can be, that's why we look toward the next target, right? If we lose this box, this is our next target, right? So right now, I like coming back to the chart like this because it actually is better for me that we're back inside this range than if we were like breaking out and we were just, you know, if I come to the chart and I come back from vacation and we're like chilling up at like 26K, you know, I don't see as much opportunity at these prices because I'm not really looking to, obviously I'm not going to look to long up here, right? And I don't even know if I would look to short up here either because, you know, the macro context of this entire market is that we have, if we look at all the volume that's traded, remember how we were looking at the value area to determine overbought and oversold? If we look at everything from the dump of March 2020, we can see right now Bitcoin is extremely oversold, you know, on the daily chart, and we don't have a major resistance until we come back to that 30K area, right? Even on the weekly time frame, something very interesting to me that this is a theory that I hold to, guys. Okay, this is a theory that I hold to. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. Don't call me a whack job yet, guys. Okay, there's a rumor out there that Jason Casper is nuts. All right, Jason, don't tell him that. You're gonna end up back in the institution. Oh, sorry. Okay, now. I'm going to pull a fib from the low to the high here. I'm going to double click. I'm going to put on my 786 fib level. Okay. This just so happens to be exactly where we have found support. Okay. Exactly where we have found support. Now, this is a target. This is a target. People give me hate when I show this. But we had a rising wedge pattern right here. All right. Right about here. Let's see. I've got to pull it like this. I've got to pull it like this as well, right here. And pull it like this. Okay. People say that's not a wedge. Okay, whatever. You say it's not a wedge, whatever. I don't care. I had it marked out as a wedge on my chart for a long time with the technical target being right here at the 786, which is also the retest of the previous bull market all-time high. Now, Market Cipher B on the weekly time frame, every single time we come down and money flow crosses into the red, or if you're speaking Espanol, into the rojo, all right? And we get a big Ben Armstrong green dot. That is the bottom of the bear market. Every single time in the past, that has been the bottom of the bear market. So, what do we see right now? Okay, we see Market Cipher B, money flow in the red, giving us a big Ben Armstrong green dot on a key area of support. This gets me a little excited, guys. This gets me a little bit excited that potentially Bitcoin could get a pretty big move to the upside here. Now, what would be the best case scenario in my mind? The best case scenario that I could possibly imagine in the world for a bullish Bitcoin case right now would be the following. A move down below this low, right? A move down below this low with the coveted, guys, can you imagine? The coveted uneven butt cheek pattern on the weekly market cipher break. Can you imagine that? Can you even imagine seeing this beautiful young lady on the weekly time frame chilling out down here? That would be absolutely amazing in my mind, guys, if we could get that, because not only would we have that on the weekly time frame, but we would even have that on the daily time frame as money flow is getting thicker. And if we go to the 4-hour time frame, if we come down there, I would be pretty certain that we would see also some pretty uneven butt cheeks, okay? Some glutes not looking too like you definitely squat with bad form or something. Because even on the 4-hour time frame, what we could very, very well see here, all right, is this, okay? Now, pay attention, guys, because you're not going to get some... This is cheekology that I'm going into here. A lot of traders don't use cheekology in their trading, okay? They say it's a whole bunch of baloney, right? Now, I'd say that cheeks like this are a different type of meat, not necessarily baloney. Something else, okay? But where was I going with all this? Right, here's where I was going with this, guys. Money flow on the 4-hour time frame, whoop, getting thicker, all right? We could very well, very easily come down here, do something like this. Everyone would say, that's it, we're going to 10K. But that could be the bottom, right? That could be the bottom, okay? Just saying, just throwing it out there. That is a bullish scenario that not only is a bullish scenario, but gives us an opportunity to buy low, which is also very important, right? Because a lot of YouTubers out there, they don't give you the opportunity, if they're doing analysis, to buy low, right? What do they say? They're like, Bitcoin's breaking out. We're going to 30,000. Yeah, are we? Maybe. We don't know. We don't know. But when we're trading, we have to listen to what our grandfather told us. When we told him we were getting into trading, he looked us straight in the eye and he said, son, investing's easy if you just buy low. Sorry, he said, son. What did he say? He said, son. He said, son, investing's easy, right? If you want to be a good trader, all you have to do is buy low and sell high, right? That's what he told you. And what this is giving us right here is potentially an opportunity to buy low, right? If we're saying that we're potentially at a bottom, and if we're acknowledging the fact that we are trading in a sideways market here, and if we are looking at the fact that coming down to this low, or even this low, could give us a really good risk to reward ratio to take a long position. Let's just say this actually is a long position that we take and we come back up to that 30K area. I mean, you know, if the chickens drink from here and we get a move down like this, and then we get a wick back up, right? And our entry is right here and our stop loss goes below the wick. This, if given the right confirmations, gives us a great risk to reward ratio because we know that, you know, this is low and our target should be high, right? It could potentially give us a 66% move to the upside. I'm just saying, guys. All right, but now let's talk about some bearish scenarios, right? Because what we do is we just look for scenarios, and then we only trade them if they play out. So this is my short trade, kind of struggling here, guys. Got the strugs, okay? Again, this was the trade setup given in the VIP Discord live stream this morning, okay? This was the setup given this morning in the live stream. Not the exact trade I was looking for, but undeniably, it was a chicken's drinking water. And I'm pretty sure it's against the law to not trade a chicken's drinking water if it presents itself, right? It's against the law. You could get arrested for it. Similarly to the time that I got arrested for trading and driving. And guys, it is a habit that I'm trying to break, but it's difficult to break the habit when price is bouncing off the golden pocket. Well, you're driving. Yeah, who cares? Kids are in the car. What's more important, life or trading? It's a tough one. So let's talk about some potential bearish scenarios here. And by the way, guys, if you want to learn all this stuff, you can check out the course at jasoncaspertrading.com. There's a 25% discount in the description. Also, we do have the advanced course right here, the Orderflow course. Teach you how to read a chart like this one. 15% discount in the description. This is the course me and Boyan put together. Pretty good info in there. But let's talk about some bearish scenarios, okay? The reality is, guys, that we have been in a downtrend. And let me put back on my favorite indicator here, Market Cipher B. Okay, Market Cipher B. My favorite indicator in the world. You guys know this, right? Let's put it on. Let's go over some more bearish scenarios here, okay? It's undeniable that since the month of Noviembre, right, we have been in a downtrend. Low, high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Are we about to put in a lower low? And if so, where? Right? Now, if we put in another lower low, this, in my opinion, would be... Well, there's a few ways that we need to look at this. First of all, just looking at this ByBit chart, okay, we can tell that this, where we're at right now, is the last area of support until we come down to this zone right here. Now, why is that? Why is that? When we're looking at charts and we're looking for levels of support and resistance, we have to make sure that we're keeping it very simple, right? I'm a big advocate of simplifying trading, okay? We don't need fancy tools. We don't need Fibonacci's and volumes and all that, right? I mean, they help, but we don't need that. We can just look at the chart with our naked eye, okay? And say that, look, there were 4 weeks of consolidation right here in the past. Therefore, if price comes down to this level, there's a good chance we'll find support. Or, historically also, we could say there were, throughout the entire year of 2021, we found support in this box right here. Therefore, when we come down to this box again, we should be looking for support. And that's like exactly what happened, right? Support, it was support once, it was support twice, it was support 3 times. And then what do you know? Once we lose that support, it flips into resistance, right? We need to look at this as a house, right? That's how we should be approaching trading, like a house. We got floors of the house, okay? Like this, right? And then we've got the roof up here, okay? We got the chimney up here, okay? We got the smoke coming out of the chimney, right? This is the most simplified way to look at a chart. And so it just becomes very clear that if we come back here and we don't find our support on this floor, well, it turns out the floor was just made out of fiberglass, right? And we fell right through into the basement. And when we come into the basement, what do we notice? We're like, okay, there's really no major support until we come to this area. Why? Because back here in 2019, this was resistance, resistance, support, right? And then support again, resistance. This whole area has been respected in the past. And so this is coming in, guys, between, I would say, 8.5K and 12.5K. We can see it will be a very fast move down to these areas if we don't hold this as support. So you know I just gave a very bullish scenario, but now it's like, okay, what about if we lose these lows and we don't bounce? Then I think we need to be looking down lower. Now, if we have an idea that price is going to get lower, it doesn't mean that we just automatically short, okay? What it means is that we look for a short entry, all right? This is very, very key to extracting money from these markets. Just because we have a feeling or a sentiment or even a technical purpose or reason to assume that price is going to go a certain direction, that does not give us an entry into a trade, okay? Unless we're spot trading, which I do. If we're leverage trading, I'm talking specifically about leverage trading, just feeling like we're going to come down to 10K, that does not give us an entry. Because you could have had that, let's say we do go to 10K. Well, you could have thought that over here and been right, but gotten liquidated, and then we come down to 10K, right? And so what we need to do is, if we are going to come down to 10K, and if we are going to lose this support, where could we find a good short entry that would allow us to ride the price action down to those levels from a good entry so that we don't get wrecked? And for that, we're going to have to zoom in and do a little bit more technical analysis, okay? Now, technical analysis is another word for technical analysis, okay? So I know people can't really understand my accent too well. Well, here's how I would approach this, guys, okay? Very quite simply, here's how I would approach this. If we are going to get a move to the downside, we need to understand the context that we're trading within a range such as this right here. Right? And so now we're back inside, right? We had a failed breakout. Once, twice, 3 times we had a failed breakout. So if we are going to come down to that lower area, we need to now be looking for a lower high in order to find a good short entry, right? This is not a good time to short. Could it be? Maybe. I'm short right now on a scalp trade. But if we're looking for like a more of a swing type of trade, right? Yes, we could enter here and it could work out very well, right? I mean, who knows, right? Who knows? I'm short right now. I don't know. Maybe this was the top. I don't know. But when it comes to planning for another entry, we need to be looking for lower highs in order to get a good entry. Because if we don't have a good entry, we'll get sliced up, right? If I hadn't shorted from this clear entry that presented itself to me, I would have gotten sliced the heck up. Because look at all this crazy volatility here, right? Look at it all. It's so crazy. It's like a knife going back and forth. You know? So we come back to our chart. What are some things we can do? Well, for me, I like to use golden pockets, right? I like to use golden pockets. Those are pretty reliable sources of macronutrients and micronutrients, right? And so, you know, we could pull some golden pockets from here. We could pull some golden pockets from here. We could even pull a golden pocket from here. Now look at this. We pull a golden pocket, okay, from this high. This is the last high that we put in before we lost the very important area of 23,260. Now, why is this important again? Because this is determining for us that the price is overbought, right? As long as price remains above here, it's overbought. Once it loses this level, it's now considered a fair value again. Okay? Now, look at this. We have resistance, support, support. Okay? Now we have a golden pocket here. If we come up to here, okay, this now is an area where we could be looking for an entry, because this would be just structurally a lower high, right? Because when we are trying to enter a trade with the trend, first of all, we're assuming that we've begun a downtrend, right? If we're looking for lower, we're assuming we put in our high, we put in our low, and so what we should be doing, even if we're bearish, we shouldn't be shorting now, we should be saying, where could a lower high come in that I could find a good short entry, right? And let's just say this is a good area. Why? Because we have a golden pocket right there, right? And not only do we have a golden pocket right there, but just looking at the chart, we can see that this exact level was respected many, many times by the price in the past, right? And so if we do come up here, then what are we going to look for? Because a lot of people, you know, we give levels, we give trade setups in the Discord, and they're like, well, how do I know whether or not to enter a trade? Well, quite simply, guys, here's how. If we start to see our friend, okay, remember this chick? Right? Yeah, I'll bet you remember her. Yeah, you remember her, right? Was she full of baloney? We don't know what she ate in order to acquire such a anatomy, okay? But here's the thing about this woman. She is a gymnast, guys. She likes to hang upside down from the rafters in the club at night, okay? So if we see her hanging upside down in the rafters, okay, maybe from this perspective we can understand, was it baloney that she ate to achieve such anatomy? I don't know. Anthropometry? I don't know. Was she squatting with bad form? I don't know. But if we do come up to that area, okay, like this, and we start to see something like this, okay, on the 1 hour time frame, right, where we come up and we see very clearly that uneven butt cheek pattern upside down like this, right? That bearish divergence, okay? That could give us a hint that this very well could be a potential short entry, okay? And that's how I'm playing this, guys. That is how I'm playing these markets, right? I have my levels marked out. I know what I'm looking for. I know where I'm looking for, okay? And I'm only going to take a trade if we come to one of those setups that presents itself and I have my confirmations. Now, again, guys, none of this is financial advice. I'm definitely not a financial advisor, okay? Just giving a little disclaimer here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, just a guy in the basement with crooked glasses, okay? And shout out to everyone in the chat. Make sure to like the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got like 700 people in here. We only have like 100 likes. And, You know what it does to a man's self-esteem? Bad things, guys. Really, really bad things, right? I feel horrible right now. The lowest of the low. All right? The lowest of the low. Let's see. Do you guys think that we're going to dump or pump? Most of you guys think we're going to dump, which is very interesting. Shout out to Crypto Pump It. Shout out to IR Brandon. Shout out to Von Garmin. That's funny. Can I check Ethereum? Always Explicit wants to know if I can check Ethereum. Yeah, I could check a little Ethereum. We could take a look at some Ethereum. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. S&P 500 getting a little bounce on the 1 minute time frame. Check this out, guys. S&P 500 opened up this morning with a massive, massive gap-aroni and cheese to the downside. Let's check out. I mean, obviously, because the S&P 500 futures were also dumping this morning. So okay, ETH. Does my ETH chart work? No, it doesn't work. Let's try and refresh this. How's ETH looking? ETH looking pretty good. All right, guys. So this is my ETH chart right here. Okay, this is my ETH chart right here, and I'm kind of looking at ETH the same way as I'm looking at the corn. Okay, I'm looking at ETH the same way as I'm looking at the corn, which is well, we're kind of in no man's land right now. We're kind of in no man's land right now. And I would say the major areas of support that we have to the downside for ETH are going to be, now I've just here, let's kind of turn all the juiciness off here, right? Save this for the VIP Discord, right? But here's how I'm looking at ETH, guys. All right, I'm taking a look at this as right now, just locally, we've also had our move to the downside. And I kind of look at ETH and Bitcoin and I trade them together. So if we're going to look at all the volume that traded on the move to the downside right here, we can see that we are currently at this high volume node right here, right? We're at the high volume node. Interesting. This is actually very, very interesting, guys. So earlier this morning, when I took a look at this range right here, our high volume node was up here at 1625, but now it's actually shifted. We've had some value area shift down to this area. So we actually have more volume right now than we do up here. But we have a lot of volume coming in at this 1623 area. Okay, and whenever we see those spikes in volume, we need to ask ourselves, is there any other confluence there that we could potentially look to get into a trade? Well, it just so happens that if we pull our golden pocket from this high to this low, we see that, yeah, look at that, guys. We have a beautiful confluence right in this zone where we have that high volume node and we have a Fibonacci golden pocket retracement coming in right in this area, okay, which if we come up to this area, and this is the 1 hour time frame, but if we make our way up to this area here, sorry for the cracking voice, guys, I'm going through puberty a little bit, so if we come up to here, okay, and we see some bearish trigger waves, or even juicier, guys, if we come up and take out these highs and we see some uneven butt cheeks, okay, that could make a very good potential short to the downside, and likewise, if we come down below this area where we have our value area, there's some nice confluences down here where I would actually be looking to take a long from these lows, right? So that's kind of locally what I'm looking at for Ethereum. But if we go to a higher term time frame, oh, I don't want to delete that actually. Yeah, if we go to a higher term time frame here, let's go to the 12 hour and just kind of take a look at what is going on here, okay? Let's just take a look at what is going on here. Let's go to the daily. I would say that we could potentially be looking at something like this right here, because of this very, very clear area of support, and then we have a order block thing right here, you know, whatever that even is, an order block, I don't know. What do you think I am, a trader? I don't know. And then we have a clear area of support down here, a triple tap right here. And so I'm kind of looking at this entire thing like this, okay, where on a macro scale here, if we are going to get a move to the upside, right, the zones that I will be looking to take trades will be this box up here at around 23,500, and then also around 19 to 2000, because we have this high volume node right here as well. But then if we get a move to the downside, we have a lot of juiciness down at this value area low right here. So assuming that we are in an uptrend, right? Assuming that, and the same goes for the corn, right? The same goes for the Bitcoin. Assuming that we have come down and formed a macro bottom here, okay, for Bitcoin. So the bullish scenario for Bitcoin, remember that I was looking at a potential bullish scenario, because there are levels here that we could bounce from if we're going to continue to the upside. But if this is truly not a massive bear flag that's going to end with me losing everything because I sold everything to buy Bitcoin at $20,000, right? Right? If this is not a massive bear flag, and this just so happens to be an uptrend, right, of higher lows and whatever, or if this simply is a sideways range thing and we're going to do something like this, right, which we may, then for Ethereum, we can expect also something similar. If we come down to this area or to these areas here, we have a lot of support. We have lots of support in these areas right here, okay? So if we've come up to the high volume node and we come down to, again, oversold territory, and this is the daily time frame, but even if the daily time frame gives us a momentum wave down to that negative 60 area on market Cipher B, oversold, the money flow is still getting higher here. This again gives us the potential for a higher low, okay, a good long opportunity from around that $1,000 to $1,200 area, okay, because we could potentially get some nice bullish divergences down there. Of course, there's other areas that we could be looking for as well. So if this is a triple bottom right here, right, and now we put in our high and then we're looking to put in a higher low, this green box here at around 1300 is the area that I will be looking for. And the reason for that is because if we zoom in, right, we can see a few things. All right, thing number one is this. All right, I'm going to take my Fibonacci golden pocket, pull it from that swing low to that swing high. Now take a look at what we got here. Now this is called Confluence, all right? This is something called Confluence, okay? Now, you don't want to get conned by Confluence, right? Because you don't take the trade unless you see them uneven butt cheeks, okay? But what we have here is multiple things of Confluence. Number one, we have this previous range with 1, 2, 3 areas of resistance, okay? Number two, we have this area which we know the asset will be considered to be oversold, right? So it's technically, we're getting at a discount down in this area. Number three, we've got the Fibonacci golden pocket. Beautiful. Number four, we have this low right here where we could grab some liquidity and the chickens could drink, right? Number five, what is this thing? I don't know, an order block or something? This is the daily time frame, right? Look at this move to the upside. All of a sudden we have this little purple candle Rooney right here, okay? All these things combined, guys, give me a little hope, a little aspiration, all right? A little hope and aspirations for a potential bounce from that area. So that's kind of what I'm seeing for Ethereum, for good old Ethereum. So Iman Mir Shahi says, I think from here we go up to 25,400, then we can go up, or we will come down to 17, 18K maybe. It's possible. So you're thinking the chicken's going to drink from that high and then we come back down. Shout out to Mate JH. You're the best, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Robert Bonar. Thank you so much for shilling my YouTube channel. What's an order block? An order block is whenever you have a trend or a big move and then you have like an inconsistency. So for example, this right here, this big move down, all of a sudden you have this little blue candle right here. This is an order block, right? We have this big move up. All of a sudden we have this little purple candle right here. That's an order block. And those are areas of support and resistance, especially if there's confluence there, right? So we could be looking to this area right here for a potential resistance. And let's see if there is any confluence there. Confluence. I just can't contain my excitement, but there seems to be a golden pocket right there. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for, guys. You know, that's the kind of stuff we're looking for. How's the corn? How's Bitcoin doing over here? Let's check it out. Getting another pump here, just ranging around that VWAP here. Let's check out a 5-minute order flow chart over here on good old Exocharts, which if you want to learn, you can check out the course me and Boyan put together. Boyan is an excellent trader. He's a good friend of mine as well. Yeah, so what an idiot. I'm shorting, and Coinbase just told me Bitcoin's up 5% in the last 7 days. Oh, 7 hours, I'm sorry. 7 hours. All right, again, let's go to an order flow chart. What do we see? Well, here's what we see, guys. Here's what we see. We saw this potential bullishness a little bit maybe here, right down here. We saw this potential little bullish thing. But right now, it's so hard to say. It's so hard to say. Open interest is flat, so it's like we're just chopping around. You could say we have some bearish CVD right here. Maybe it's leading CVD. We have a lot of longs coming in right here above VWAP. Shorts closing. You know, when we came down, when we came up to this area, shorts opening. I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't know. All this to say, I don't know. But, you know, if we're going to pump from here, on Bitcoin, I know where I'm looking. I know where I'm looking, guys. I'm looking to take a short from around this area right here, okay? You know what I did? I tried to pull a fib, but I drew two little dots. Don't you hate that? When your fib turns out to be just two little dots, it's very embarrassing. You want to show someone your fib, get all stoked to show them your nice golden pocket, but all of a sudden you pull it out and it's just two little dots, you know? Very embarrassing. Yeah, so the fib, guys. This fib, high, low, right here, around this area, could be nice. Could be nice. And that's kind of what I'm looking at, man. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Let's pop back into the chat here. Yeah, that's right. Shout out to Crypto Pump It, guys. We have 660 people watching. We only have 304 likes. Come on, come on. Yeah, my TA came back too. Let's get it, let's get it. Shout out to Mardano. Shout out to Wesley P. Let the chickens drink. Is there a short scalp at 21.5K? Yeah. There is a potential. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. See, I don't even know about the Bitcoin prices anymore, guys, because all I do is trade, right? I don't care about the price. I mean, yeah, I've been aggressively buying Bitcoin, sold my car, sold my wife, sold everything I have to buy Bitcoin below 20K, but I don't really pay attention to the price, right? And I'm just kidding. I didn't sell my wife. Shout out to my wife, Big Butts 28. She's the best. She's the best wife a guy could ask for. So honestly, guys, things are looking kind of bullish on the 1 minute market Cipher B right here. Things looking a little bit bullish. I don't know. I don't really have a trade right now. I don't have a trade. You know, I'm still holding this short, struggling hard right now with this short, guys. Stop loss at the entry. You know, took the trade from here this morning, hit a TP1, took out almost half of the position here. And, you know, I have my next TP set at this wick. Then I have my next TP set down here. Actually, wait a second. 21,060. I forgot to set that TP. Yeah, we'll just see what happens here. If I get stopped out of the entry, I don't care. I'll look for a short from higher, to be honest with you. You know, it is what it is. This is a painful short, though. It's pretty painful. It's pretty dang painful, guys. Right? We're just chopping around VWAP here. Just chopping around. My goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Ooh, uneven butt cheeks, guys, in the S&P 500 12-minute time frame here. Is that uneven butt cheeks? Let's assess. Let's assess the uneven butt cheeks. They're not really uneven, guys. I wouldn't call those uneven glutes. Money flow coming down. I think we can come down lower, right? I think we can come down lower. This is what we're looking for, you know. But right now we've got something like this going on. We've got something like this, right? That's not what we want to see. That's not what we want to see. You know, that's not it. No siree, Bob. So all right, guys. Well, you know what? It's been a good stream. How long have we been streaming? 49 minutes. 49 minutes. Wow, can you believe that? Let's see if there's any more questions here. Would I consider longing up to the short entry? No. I personally would not, guys. But hey, right? That's true. New York Opens have been boring PA for a while. That's right, WS. What the heck, New York, man? Make me embarrassed to say that I'm from New York. Shout out to Crypto Yacht over here. He's about to start trading again. All right. Shout out to Dolores, the waitress at the diner with the Brooklyn accent who smokes too much. Here she is. Here she is. She's got a creepy face over here, right? People, you know, they get a little nervous when they see her. But she smokes too many cigarettes, so she talks like this. But the key here is, guys, you know, when price is coming down to support, Market Cipher B's got them uneven butt cheeks over here. Then we know Dolores is in the house, and that's where the money is over here, right on the right-hand butt cheek. So, yeah. Money flow getting thick on the 1 minute, guys. Money flow getting thicker on the 12 minute as well. You know, I think we could come up a little bit higher here. We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, I'm gonna have to wait and see. But guys, I am gonna cut the stream. I got a lot of things to do, having been gone for a week on the farm. So that being said, God bless everybody in the name of Jesus the Messiah, and I pray everybody is super blessed and receive this blessing in the Hebrew language, my favorite language. The purpose of this blessing, guys, is that the Lord, the God, the creator of the heavens and the earth would place his name upon you and bless you. It goes like this. Yavarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach Elohei Yisrael. In English, that means, may the Lord bless and protect you. May he shine light upon you. May he have grace upon you. And may he turn his face towards you, give you wholeness and peace in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. I'll see everyone in the next video. Peace.